So for here, let's get into this one. So there's a lot of talk around town about losing a zero or two in the next from launch in the next 2 to 3 months. What is what's going to be the catalyst pretty much to make Peeps go on its moon mission?
Simple astronaut gear.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. That was
So I
bad.
know you get that question a lot, and it's frequently asked in every single project ever. So
Yeah. So, hey, I mean, it's fine. Like I said, I love questions. If people are asking legit, real questions, I mean, they're engaged, they're passionate. I love that. People aren't going to ask questions if they're not passionate about this. And I've seen this community. I've been immersed within this community and all of our different methods, channels, platforms, mediums. I see it. I feel it. So that's fine. It's ironic. That's just my favorite example for many reasons. Shiba, we're going to do very similar things that they've done. It's gonna happen in one way or another. Right now, I'd say at least 70 to 80, if not more percent of people who own Shiba are down money. Just for reference, everybody. They're down literally 75, 80, maybe even more percent are down money. And the ones who aren't, they're not up. They're not up big. They're not. They're maybe up less than double their money, but they're up. The reason being is because they didn't know about it back when it was on Uniswap only, on 1inch only. They didn't know about it before Binance. They didn't know about it before it was on other exchanges. Once it got to the masses, it had already had its run of thousands of times over. So people were, even if it wasn't at the tip top, they were buying way higher than everybody else who, there wasn't that many of them, were able to get in it on the level that we're at now with the People's Coin. Again, if people want to wait until we're on the Binances and the Coinbases of the world, the largest and biggest exchanges, which again, exchanges are amazing. There's a lot of caveats that come with it. We're experiencing that with Coinsbit. It's not solely Coinsbit that has some of these things that are questions out there and waiting for things to explode. It's with every exchange because they're centralized exchanges. But once again, most people are down on Shiba. Hopefully it goes back up. I would love to see it go back up. I think it's a strong project. We recognize other real, fundamentally sound projects. They're one of them. Their Shiba Swap's amazing. We know the path. We're following that path. Sometimes it takes a catalyst to spark the upward, just if you want to call it a rocket ship to the moon. Yeah, that will happen. It can happen at any moment. And that's the thing. We have raw, real data that showed, hey, it, as I said, trended sideways, maybe even down a little bit, and then boom, it took 3 days for it to go parabolic, 20 times itself. And then it consolidated. It went up 20 times. It actually came back down 75% of that 100% gain. That 20 times itself, it came back 75% over the next week or so, and then it traded sideways again, and then it went up on this amazing, legitimately, like 150 times itself. And that's on top of the 20 times and the 10 times before that for people who had 4,500 times gains. So we're not talking percent, but hundreds of times gains when they were in the project at the same point that we started. We, remember, modeled our exact starting price and the supply tokenomics and the burnt tokenomics. That's exactly mirrored with Shiba. So we know the market cap, we know the liquidity, we know all of these things are in line to have that massive explosion. Coinsbit is one of the first big stepping stones to add to our arsenal. Again, the more tickets that we have, the more chance that those tickets will be punched to accelerate our growth and, of course, the value of the project. Other things that coming into place very, very soon. All these things add to those tickets and add more and more chance for it to wake up overnight. And oh my gosh, we're up 3 times. Now we're at, it's only been an hour, up 6 times. oh my gosh, 10 times already? It's only been 7 hours. Holy crap. That's what happens. It's euphoric. It comes seemingly out of nowhere. The difference is, I'm going to venture to say the majority of you haven't actually seen it firsthand. You may have seen it after the fact in retrospect. You saw, and you can look at these Shiba charts. And you're like, wow, that'd be so amazing. But looking at it from that viewpoint, it sneaks up on you when it happens. You don't expect it. It doesn't always show as an indicator in the price. It could just go because there's fundamentals and there's a lot of things in motion at the same place at the right time. We have as much of that going as we can. Don't worry, we really, really, really do. And it can happen. So CoinsBit, I'm not disappointed at all. They're a stepping stone. They are going to be a long-term exchange that will house PEEPS with staking and all kinds of capabilities for European investors, investors around the world, U.S. residents. Again, they've been able to trade on that platform before. Once the foreign trade policy, similar to Binance and other exchanges, gets reassigned or lifted or whatever you want to say as far as the politics are concerned, we'll be able to withdraw. And that's really the only thing we can't do right now is we can trade on the platform. We can utilize the platform. We just can't withdraw simply because we can't validate our KYC with the foreign trade policy. But everything else that this exchange is going to and is providing for us is in the works. So the visibility of it will come. The API is there. The growth needs to happen for it to reflect. But trust me, if you're looking at CoinsBit and you're looking at Uniswap or 1inch and you see that the price may be a little bit off, remember, it's order book versus swap. They're right there in line with each other. They're working hand in hand. It's just different methods of being to obtain PEEPS. So hopefully that answers it, Urban.
Yeah, I think that's a great explanation and helped a lot of people understand what our goal is of the PEEPS mission. So thank you.
Sure.
All right, yeah. So you got a trip coming up to California this week. Everybody is excited about that. What's the purpose and goals that you wish to achieve from it?
Who leaked that information? No one's supposed to know that. Come on.
Oops, sorry.
I'm just
I
playing.
needed to give the community something.
Nah, I know. No, I mean, I couldn't be more excited. I'm sure I've probably told a gazillion people, and I have some connects out there that I've had for, I mean, over 10 years, in various businesses that I've run and that I've been a part of, in a couple different areas. I mean, the space that we're in now is, I mean, it's multifaceted. So we have, of course, the project overall, bringing people together for everything that we've, of course, always championed and gone over. The value of the token, which has utilities that are going to be on full display very soon in multiple ways, but of course, our partnerships and the ability to work with some of the connections that we have, people who are literally on committees or on the boards of some large worldwide organizations, regional organizations out west, statewide organizations. We have a very, very strong connection with some of these, again, foundations and organizations. And these will be huge pillars that we'll be able to display and showcase on our site in the section that, again, has the information and really the catalog of the businesses or the foundations that we're partnering with, their wallets, their information, how to donate, how the partnership works, all of these things. I can't wait to meet with some of these people who I haven't seen or talked to as much in recent years, but there's excitement on both sides, plus others that I haven't had the chance to meet before in the crypto space, in the web development and technology space. Again, as we all know, parts of California are a hotbed for the brightest individuals. And I had some meetings with some people that will really help to ensure the longevity of the platform and the ability to constantly update it. And as we grow, again, we want to make sure that our platform and ecosystem grows. We have our sights set on releasing our roadmap, which will coincide with the drop of the site being available. The roadmap is ambitious. It has a lot of great content and features, and it deserves to be released on something as professional looking and as capable as our platform. So, little sneak peek, that's when the roadmap will also be released. But again, some of these things, these features, these initiatives above and beyond that we have now, they need the proper people in place to be able to deliver and then keep up with them. So these are meetings that have been ongoing behind the scenes. They're not necessarily cliff notes that are the easiest to bring about. I know people, me included as an investor, want to know everything of anything. But these things have been happening for a while now, and the realization of actually meeting in person is huge. And again, I'm on the East Coast, but flying out there, so it's going to be worth it. I can't wait. I'll do my best to give some updates and whatnot. But flying out early, 5 a.m. on Thursday. And I actually don't even have a return flight yet. So we'll see.
Your phone went choppy again.
Hold on one second. Can you hear me?
Yeah, better.
Like I said, I have a 5 a.m. flight on Thursday morning, and I actually don't even have a return flight yet, just because there's a lot that I want to get done, a lot of people that I want to connect with, and things that I have on my docket to do. So a lot of potential. I couldn't be more excited to ensure the proper people, the proper skilled people in the proper positions that we're hopefully going to be able to partner with while I'm out there. So
that's pretty great, man. You want to talk about me leaking stuff? You over here hiding stuff from me? I didn't know we had a roadmap coming. No,
hey,
that's awesome.
the roadmap coming is actually on the roadmap, you know.
Yeah, right, exactly.
No, I mean that's obviously been in the works, and there's no way to have a roadmap on day one. We had, of course, our outline, our rough outline of the things we wanted to get done, but there's no way to properly and strategically put any potential date goals in mind, or when things would happen. And things evolve. There are things that we have now that are far superior than what we had maybe originally intended or thought in certain areas. Now that we have a much clearer picture, and we have a lot of the things that were, of course, on the roadmap, we've actually already done some of it, a lot of it ahead of schedule, actually. Those things will be on the roadmap too, just to show where we've come from and things that we've accomplished. But again, that's an evolving thing that you can't just throw out there. Once again, it being August 9th, we're 5 weeks old. So this is coming up. Usually a roadmap's going to be released after a month or two. Again, it varies. It really varies how much has happened. We're ahead of the game. We're definitely ahead of schedule. All of our metrics, all of our comparisons, all of our wish list goals for certain things. I couldn't be more proud of the team in this community for what we've been able to accomplish. And once again, this game is about opening doors for yourself, getting the validation, and checking the boxes. And we've done a hell of a lot of that. So the roadmap will be out with the site, which I can't be more excited, which I'm sure you've heard in my voice. I'm working on it every day. So it'll be out, and we have a lot of big things to release with that.
That's awesome, bro. So that kind of just leads me to our last question for the night. I guess I'm gonna get right to it. What's the potential launch date? I think everybody wants to know.
Shoot, I want to know the exact date myself. We're working out some of the more intricate integrations, especially with that back end section. what we may end up doing is having the public visibility section, as soon as that's 100% ready to go, having that out to, because again, that's going to be beautifully crafted. It is, from what everything that I've been able to play around with and see, having that out first if necessary, and then making sure that all the functionality that we're expecting and are going to have is working seamlessly. And we've already had soft testing of it. But that should be out by the time I get back from California. And again, some of the people I'm meeting with are going to be able to aid, assist, and improve some things on that as well for the long term. So they need to be able to double check some things, which is again another reason why it's better for me to be out there working with some of these people to make that happen. But in the near future, my man, I'd say for sure the end of the month, but that's just me being cautious because I don't want to put my foot in my mouth. But again, that's the full site I'm speaking. Again, the front end should be sooner than that for sure.
Amazing, amazing. I'm sure this AMA definitely answered a lot of questions for the peeps. I'm happy that you were able to get some time out of your night to jump on here. I know your nighttime is your busy time to get things done for the project, so I appreciate you taking the time out for everybody.
Yeah, appreciate those words, my man. And once again, everybody, sorry if I was a little long-winded in some of these answers. I just want to make sure that while I have the time and the energy before I get to work for the night, I really just wanted to give as much clarity on some of these things as possible. I really do. I want everyone to feel confident and remember the transparency that we've always put forth. That's never going to go away. If there are questions, we will address. And as my admin team knows, every week I filter through everything that's happened that previous week, and I try my damn best with my team to make sure that everything was covered, addressed. If there are certain glaring concerns, thoughts, issues, that they are put towards the top of the list to get answers, get remedied, whatever it may be, those don't fall upon deaf ears. I plead with all of you to have the patience that helps us to do well for you. And if you do have questions, thoughts, concerns, bring it up to the admin team. Let them make sure it's filtered to me if it needs to be, or to my team, so that we can get a uniform answer for anybody else who also may have that. And again, we're looking to start building and have some already content for frequently asked questions in our repositories and all of these things, so we can easily refer new people to these answers. Because think about it, all of you are here now. There's hopefully going to be hundreds and hundreds, if not thousands of people next week and the week following. It's going to be new to them, just like it was new to you when you first joined this group. And some of those questions you may hear multiple times, and that's a good thing, because that means there's new blood and new people who've gotten here, however they've gotten here, who are interested in growing this project. So ask the questions. Please do your diligence to take a look and see if it's already been answered, or ask an admin. And again, have the patience to make sure that you get the proper, accurate answer.
That's awesome. I appreciate everything, brother. I'm gonna wrap it up. I hope you have a great night. You've been champ like always.
I appreciate you, my man. I appreciate the admin team, and of course, all of you peeps, my peeps, our peeps. Again, we have a lot at play, a lot going on. I love doing these. I appreciate you taking time to spend with us, and I hope all of you have a great night. And let's get out there. I always say, let's do what we can to promote, to share, upvote, like. Anything you can do is not going to be falling upon deaf ears. Remember how you were driven here, what made it click with you. There are many people who were never in the crypto space or anything like this before. I never was big on Telegram. Now I'm having an AMA multiple weeks in a row. I love it. Other people would love to be a part of this. They just don't know about it. So make sure that you're doing your part to get out there and let people know. It'll benefit you, but it'll also benefit them. if they're finding that match that you found and that we can all grow together. So in saying that, I appreciate it, everybody. Have a great night.
All right, brother. You as well. Thank you.
All right, take care.
All right, bye.